Hello, wonderful viewers of YouTube. Welcome back. It's Ghost Gamer, and we are reviewing Far Cry 4. Now, granted, I understand some of you may have not played it yet. Some of you may have. It just got released not very long ago at all. But I'll try and be nice. I won't reveal any spoilers or anything like that. All the footage that I recorded as of right now, the only thing in this video is from the very beginning, with I think a couple missions, really honestly at the start of the game. So no spoilers to worry about or anything like that. Now, for me to unveil and unleash the good and bad news all rolled into one, Ubisoft, or Ubisoft, however you want to pronounce it, did play it safe. Basically, Far Cry 4 is essentially Far Cry 3, only with a different world, different characters, and a few things that have been changed. Kind of added to the mix. But essentially, it's the same premise of Far Cry 3. They didn't go out and they didn't change a whole lot. They didn't want to risk anything. They played it safe. Which, for some of you guys, might like that. Some of you guys may not like it. It all depends on who you are, I guess. Personally, for me, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if they went out and, took more of a risk instead of playing it safe and sticking with what they know and what they have and all that other good crap. I would have liked it more if they, went out and risked more. That way it didn't seem like I just spent like $60 for a remastered edition or a DLC for Far Cry 3, which is kind of what it's feeling like as of right now. Like I said, they did change some things. They did, extend some of the graphics, some of the sound, but they didn't do a whole lot. And I know somebody's probably sitting there watching this video that wants to argue with me, and that's fine, because I guess it's from, the eyes of the beholder, if you will. I just don't see a lot of what it should be compared to what it is. But again, with me, this basically feels like one very enormous DLC instead of an actual, another AAA game in a series. Aside from that, I will have no issue whatsoever admitting that I played the crap out of this game. Hours upon hours of playing the living crap out of this game. It still has a little bit of that, it still has that appeal that Far Cry 3 had, for me. So, I have nothing really to complain about aside from the glitches that are involved right now. Sorry about that, I just kind of screwed myself by minimizing everything with, fat fingering the crap out of the keyboard. But anyhow, where was I at? You could definitely tell throughout the world that, Ubisoft has worked their butts off as far as trying to push this out. They've added new stuff. They've tried to maximize the textures and the models as much as they can without bogging the game down as much as it can, if they're trying to push the quality and performance. The vegetation I can complain about, but in all reality, with that much going on, even with the levels of detail involved, it's still, I'm just going to leave it alone, because you know what, just because I could sit here and say, oh, well, vegetation could be better. Well, yeah, it could be a lot worse. And even more so, you're talking about a lot of vegetation. So, I have no issues whatsoever that the vegetation still kind of looks like Far Cry 3. Doesn't bother me. They've went through and incorporated another awesome villain. Not as awesome as Voss, or however you want to pronounce his name, but still, awesomely demented at the same time. Storyline could have used a little bit of help. I can't remember if I said that already or not, but at the same time, not the worst either. Now, I will say, back to some of the negative things here. The AI is a little glitchy at times. They should have polished that a little bit more instead of leaving it where it was at. And also, the gun mechanics are a little. They're not my cup of tea, if you will. Definitely wish that would have been polished a little bit more. Now, aside from that, I mean, you got new animals that will absolutely tear your world up if you're not paying attention. You have a very large playable area. Buildings are set up just how I would want them to be, so they're not too close together, they're not too far apart. There are a few things that I am happy that they kept, such as the crafting and the ability to level up the way you are. Some of the things that I absolutely can't stand that they still didn't change. You don't really have, at least I didn't notice, but you don't have an ability to save wherever you want. You gotta wait and rely on checkpoints. I absolutely hate that crap. Give us the option to hit escape, go into a menu, and hit save. Not that hard. Just saying. Granted, yes, I understand some people can cheat like in that way. I mean, there's a way to cheat it to where you can, bypass stuff without dying and all this other crap. Yeah, I don't really care. Sometimes shit comes up and you don't want to have to redo an entire thing, including if you have to go through another frickin' cinematic cutscene. Those things are annoying and you cannot skip them at all. I understand the developers want to tell a story and all, but come on, give it a break. Some other issues, I'm playing the PC version, and actually you can see on the screen right now, I don't have a map. And I've even purchased a map, so it's not one of those things that I don't really have a map and you need to go buy it, because I've already bought one and I still have no map. So I have no clue where I am half the time. Hopefully that gets rectified real quick, because that's annoying as shit, especially when you're trying to go from one place to another and you have no map to do so. Also with the PC version, it has a little bit of an ability to completely just crash and give you the middle finger. I don't know what that's all about. It's happened to me a couple times where I've gotten it to work, don't get me wrong. I mean, out of hours, I mean probably about 6, 7, 8 hours of gameplay, I think it crashed like 3 times on me. Now, that's annoying as hell, especially when you don't have the ability to, kind of do a quick save. But at the same time, it could be much worse. It could be crashing a lot more. Granted, even though I'm saying it could be crashing a lot more, at the same time, come on. You should have polished that out enough. You should have put it through beta a little bit more, and got better beta testers, whatever you gotta do to try and polish out all the bugs you can. We shouldn't be having these many problems with PC. I also believe, if memory serves me right, I read somewhere on the interwebs that the PS3 version has the possibility of corrupting your game data. Well, it actually displays that nice, wonderful message saying that the game data is corrupt, and you are basically screwed out of all your progress. Like I said, I'm playing on a PC, not a PlayStation. A PS3 to be exact, so I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I'm sure they're going to be kicking out updates fairly soon. They need to be, because quite frankly it's kind of BS if you don't. In the end, all in all, with everything going on, I'm going to have to say that if we're going to rate this on a scale from 1 to 10, most likely I'm going to have to give it a 6. Personally, I would probably give it a 7, but from a standpoint of everything that's going on, it's going to get a 6. Now, the reason I say that is because, I mean, let's face it, we are essentially looking at a huge DLC with a different storyline, different environment, different people. But nothing else. I mean, yeah, you have different animals, you have some new guns, but there's nothing really different, if you will. This is essentially the same as Far Cry 3, only the storyline and everything else has changed. They didn't take any risks. They played it safe. So as far as I'm concerned, that kind of drops it down a little bit. I mean, the graphics are okay. Graphics are decent. However, it still has bugs. I mean, these are game crashes, corrupt data, missing maps, tweaky AI. I mean, this is why I keep saying almost every other video where I do a brand new video game and they don't have any updates for it or patches. Well, yeah, when I do the actual video. This is why I say it needs to be polished beforehand. Blah, blah, blah. Either way, if you ask me personally, I still love the crap out of this game. Still going to play it until I beat it. I haven't beat it yet, but it seems like it's very close to the end. Not to mention I could still go back and look for some of the other objects as well after I complete the storyline. So at this moment, I can tell you that you're going to get a good 6-7 hours of gameplay and not beat the video game. How much you actually get out of the gameplay, I couldn't tell you because I haven't beaten it yet. I mean, I will tell you that you will definitely get more gameplay than you would out of like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, because I managed to get through that in about 4 hours. You get more than that, but I don't know how much. I'm going to conclude with a little bit more video. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to drop them in the comment box below. If you found this informative at all, please hit the thumbs up, give me a like. Please do not forget to subscribe. That helps out so much you don't even know. Well, I'm sure most of you do. But for now, I'm Ghost Gamer, and I'm just going to let the video play through for a little bit more. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.
Take cover! Ajay! Avalanche! You're a tough man to kill, brother.
That's a good thing, right?